Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. I've just scrapped a run where I meant to click on the number 5 and I clicked on the number 1 and it ruined tons of progress. So let's launch up a new game and I'm determined to see if we can't make this all 5s run work. So we need to try and build wealth in the early game, which is going to be part of the hardest part, getting wealth in the early game and to some extent in the middle game. What I'm going to start with is just building up one die face to the largest it can be. Then we can focus extra growth on that face. And then when we're ready to, we'll set all the die face on each dice to 5, which will mean we can then take advantage of lots of the passives that manipulate the number 5. But we've got to get there first. So here's our first shop upgrade. It gives us another dice of 1 through 6. Right, I will take a 13. Stick that probably over one of the 1s because it's a number 13, not a plus 13. Important distinction. Then let's take a plus 10. I know it probably doesn't scale with how complicated things get, but I'd love to be able to look at a dice, maybe in this screen, hover over it and see what the average number of that dice is if you take each face and divide it the total by 6. I feel like that should be able to be really useful. Replaces a die face of your choice with a single face multiplier. When rolled, this will have the value of the highest number times 2. That's good because we've been developing a high number on each dice. So over here we've got a 21, so that roll will be worth 40x to us. So we'll take that, put it over here, making sure not to cover over the 5s. The 5s must stay. Nothing else here I particularly want for the value it's worth, so we'll work on our next upgrade. I think we got there reasonably quickly compared to some of my other attempts. Then naturally we will reroll. Right, here we probably just want the multipliers. Particularly I want the 4x. Actually I probably want the 4x on this 46 more than anything else. So we'll buy the 46, replace a 1 with it. Then, do we go for the 4x first, or do we buy the cheapest one on a smaller number to help scale to the biggest one on the biggest number faster? Again, there's probably a mathematically correct order to do that in, but I have no idea what it would be. If you're a mathematician in the comments, let me know. So this was our smallest of the 3, wasn't it? 2, 3, and 4. So we'll put the 2 on 13. We'll buy the 3. We'll put that on the 21. And I feel like we're doing reasonably well here into the middle game. I'm sure I saw one of you in the comments said, it pained you every time I skipped over these, so I've tried to remember to purchase them and to take heed in their value. Certainly, I think paying off dividends right now. So we'll put the 4x on the 46. Then none of the rest of this. Add a face value to itself. I will do that on the 46. I always think it's a reroll, but it's not. It's either a different symbol or a different orientation of this symbol. But if we add the 46 to itself for 92 times 4, that's going to provide us with a lot of value. Let's take our shop upgrade. We get to that much quicker. Very happy about that. That's dice number 4. There's a reroll. Right, no weights. This is where I went wrong a couple of runs ago. If across all rolled dice none of the roll faces are weighted, all numeric values on all rolls will be increased by 3. So this is an increase times 3, not the value of the thing times by 3. Single set of a kind. Whenever you roll a single, Yahtzee, triple or double, gain the bonus percentage. We're going to want this because that is going to be 500 times on a single, which we are working towards always having Yahtzees. So that we want. I do want 6 times triple rerolls though. This is the standard reroll. So let's take 6 times triple rerolls. And we'll probably put that on the left where we have our 92 times 4. Reasonably expensive, but not prohibitively so. Then I think we're going to want this 10x plus 10x. Adds a multiplier to a die face of your choice. The value of this face will be multiplied by the specified amount whenever it's rolled. So we don't have... There's a passive that would let me add this 10x to this 4x for 14x, but we don't have that currently. But I think overwriting the 4x with a 10x is going to be worthwhile here, rather than putting it on a different number. Multi-face multiplier, most common number times that. I'm going to avoid that specifically for now. Let's take a single set of a kind. How quickly can we get to 2200 now? Oh, far quicker. Excellent. So that's our first passive. Let's get our next upgrade. I think that was about 8,000 that was going to cost. Very good. So that is our 5 dice. 6 fewer than dice reroll. Whenever you have less than 6 dice, all dice will be rolled 2 additional times. When you have no weights, all scores will be increased by 200%. So these are the things that we want to see. They're especially good because they don't impact our dice in a way that hurts us for having not set them all to 5s yet. Eventually we're going to worry about things like all of our numbers being prime, which we're going to want, of course, but we want those more once all of our dice faces are set to prime numbers. Alright, we've got some good middle game growth, which I'm very happy about. Everything is now extra 200% on those. I don't want weights. I don't want lottery dice. I don't know if I want glue. I think I do. And I think I want it on the 10x tile. So that when this is rolled, when it's re-rolled 3 times, it's re-rolled every time. So when the other tiles cause it to reroll, or our bonuses cause it to reroll, we'll keep getting populated with the high bonus. Right, other than that, we can start to reroll. When you roll a numeric value divisible by 5, all numeric values will be increased by 5. We don't want that. We don't want that. So I think we'll take a 5x. We'll put that on something else. I'm going to leave these 2 here to do their thing, and I'm going to start increasing other die values so that when we manipulate everything to being 5s, more things have multipliers on them. Here's our first set all die faces. We certainly want that. Combined face multipliers we might also want as well. And Passive Hunter we really want. Whenever you purchase a passive ability, receive 2 free shop refreshes. That's going to be really important. So let's... What do we want first? We don't have anything that benefits from things being set to 5 yet. So we don't need to worry about that first. And we don't have any... Oh, we have a times... No, that's not a face multiplier. So we don't have any face multipliers to purchase yet either. So I think we're going to race to Passive Hunter and hope it doesn't take too many of our rolls to get to 177,000. But we will see. Okay, that was way faster than I thought it was going to be. And I'm super grateful. Right, let's take this then. If for nothing else, we will be able to utilize it later, and we'll get more rerolls. So that went from 8 to 10, which is wonderful. We'll now buy this and start setting things to 5. We'll start with our least consequential die, which is probably that bottom one. So we'll set all this to 5. Then reroll. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by the specified amount. All non-numeric faces will have no value. That's excellent. We want that immediately. I don't think we want anything else showing, which is fine. Lightweight bonus. Upon purchase, any die face that has an attached lightweight will have its value increased by 300%. But we've already bought no weight value for 200%, so technically a lightweight would be worth more to us. Unfortunately, we're now scaling pretty well, so let's just double check. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 5. All non-numeric values will have no effect or value. That's good, we want that. And that gives us more free rerolls. Whenever a wild face is orthogonal adjacent, we don't have wild faces. Add previous roll to rerolls. Whenever a die is rerolled, the immediately preceding roll is added to the roll result. The effect does not cascade. This effect only applies to consecutive numeric faces. Only the value shown on the previous face will be added. Applies before bonuses and after multipliers. Example, roll 5 equals 5, roll 6 equals 11. Previous roll 5. Roll 1 equals 7. Previous roll 6. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I follow, but I'm sure I want it. I also want this 10x, which is far cheaper, so let's invest in that first. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that on here, because this should now become 20x. And because we're still not super concerned about things only being primes and the like, that will come later, but for now we can increase lots of value from that 20x. We'll buy this. We will re-roll. There's Yahtzee bonuses. The value of all prime numeric faces will be increased by 500%. We can set another set of things to 5. We can get another 5x on something. So we'll put 5x just over here, just to keep growing that wealth. Then we will set one of our dice to all 5s. And I think I'm going to do this guy on the right, because this thing currently is producing us no value because our non-numeric faces provide no value to us. So we make sure we click the 5. Everything is now 5 on that dice. Then I want the value of prime faces increased, because we're always going to roll some primes, but we won't always roll a Yahtzee yet. Right, now we just want to buy the Yahtzee bonus for 1000%, which is huge. That's going to be massive once we get to always rolling Yahtzees. We get 2 free rerolls, so we're going to refresh that. Yes. Lucky 7s I don't care about. While you have less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 500%. We certainly want that. I want the 10x as well. And the difference between this and this, if you were wondering, this will add 10 times to whatever face you're looking at. This will replace the whole face and be worth 10 times the entire roll. So let's take the 500% on all dice when we have fewer than 6 of them. Then let's take 10x, put that somewhere. I think I'm just going to keep building up this guy here. So that's 35x. It does cap out at 99x. Then we want more things to be 5s. And we'll do that on this dice here. So we need 2 more of those. We don't care about the lucky 7s. I don't care about anything else that's on offer. Die quantity single face multiplier. Upon purchase, die quantity faces, we don't have any of those. Wild adjacencies, we don't have any of those. We don't want anything else. Yahtzees increase. All numeric values on all 5 dice will be increased by 3. We do not want that. We do not want weight bonuses. I will take plus times 3. Put it right there to 38. Then we're going to reroll. Yes. Weights. We want another dice to be set to all 5s. We'll do this guy here. And then we need 1 more of those for that left-hand sider. Don't care about weight bonuses. Don't care about lucky 7s. We already reroll everything because... where was it? We already reroll everything twice because we have fewer than 6 dice. All numeric values on dice will be increased by 3. We don't want that. Reroll bonuses. The value of reroll dice increased by 50%. We do want that. Let's take our Yahtzee bonuses first. So we'll say goodbye to our giant 99. And we set this to all 5s. Now we have all dice, all at 5s. We will purchase this. I will purchase that. And throw it on here. Weights I don't want. Positions don't matter. Yahtzee increases I don't want because I want to remain at 5s. The value of all doubles will be increased. Will not occur if you have a triple or Yahtzee bonus. Well, we currently have a Yahtzee bonus, so we don't care about that. Top 3. Your 3 highest scoring die faces will have their results multiplied by 10. All other dice will have their results cut in half. Neither effect applies to wilds or dice which multiply the entire roll. So this we definitely want because we'd rather have 3 dice providing 10 times, which is effectively 30 dice, and lose the value of 2 dice. That's really good for us. And it cost us a whole 1 roll to afford it. Doubles don't matter. Don't need any of this stuff. Add face to itself doesn't work for us because we want everything to be Yahtzees always. When you roll a number divisible by 2, all numeric values increase by 1. Don't want it. Doubles bonus are overwritten by Yahtzee bonuses. I will take a 5x and put it on our monster tile over here. We don't need more rerolls because we have rerolls all over. Although that said, we currently only have 2 rerolls, I think. Reroll bonus, 2 rerolls. So yeah, we do only currently have 2 rerolls. So I'll take 3 rerolls. And we will put that on. You already have 3 rerolls, so we'll put it here. Those dice will provide a little bit more value. scavenger. Receive a free shop upgrade. Receive a free shop refill every 33 rolls instead of 100. I'm doing it. I also want this 5x on our monster face over there. Don't want weights. Don't want any of this. So we'll save up 9 million to get even more rerolls so that we can hunt even more efficiently for the things we want. Die quantity faces we don't have any of. All numeric faces on 5 dice will be increased, we don't want. The value of all prime faces will be increased by 300%, that we do want. I'll take a 5x, put it on here. Don't want anything else of that. All in is for lotteries. No 99s bonus. If none of your dice are 99, we will get an extra 100% of the value. I'll take that. I'll take another 10x. Get this up to 73. And then I'll take another 6 rerollers, because it's 6 times 3 rerolls. And we will put that over on these. Time for another reroll, I think. Triples are overridden by Yahtzees. Wild adjacencies don't matter to us, we have no wilds. Not sure if I want glue. I guess we could put glue on this guy here with ×5, because that's always going to be worth more than the others. When you roll a numeric value divisible by 5, the die will be rolled 2 additional times, does not stack with other effects. I mean, I'm never sure if these are worthwhile to us, but I'm going to buy this anyway because it's effectively so cheap, and we get 2 more rerolls. Triple's worth nothing to us. Rigged machine we don't want. Factor 18 quantity multiplier. So this is 18 divided by 5 is 3, so this is going to times everything by 3. Whenever you add a dice, don't care. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 5 will increase by 100%. We want that one, we need to roll for it. We'll take another 5x onto our monster face over here. If we get that to 99, we'll just start moving over to a different face, I suppose. I don't think we need 6 rerollers now. I think everything's going to be rerolled as much as it can be. Numeric values on Yahtzees increased by 3, we definitely don't want. If you have less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 300%, we definitely do want. Again, not sure if glue is really going to be more beneficial to us, although we can glue down the tiles that we have with multipliers. I'll do one on this die here, and then if we get that one on the left to 99, we'll start working on the others. We don't have perfect square, we don't have... Whenever a single face multiplier, we don't have any single face... Oh wait. Whenever a single face multiplier is orthogonally adjacent to the die it is multiplying, it will be worth 10 times more. Single face multipliers target the highest numeric face. If there is a tie, it will target the die that was added most recently. Whenever a single face multiplier... Is that what... this is? Is this a single face multiplier? Whenever a single face multiplier is orthogonally adjacent to the die it is multiplying, it will be worth 10 times more. I don't know how it can be orthogonally adjacent to itself. But you know what? For 137 million, I'm just going to buy it. Doubles aren't worth anything. Rerolls are increased by 100%. We definitely do want, because everything's rerolled 3 times. Gonna need to build up some funds for that. Oh look, there's 16 billion in a roll. This is getting a bit out of control. If you'll excuse me, I am recording this on my lunch break, and I'm going to tell my colleagues that I'm going to be back from my lunch break late. Alright, where were we? We don't need more rerolls. We don't need values added to itself. We don't need doubles because we already have Yahtzees. I think we can reroll. Don't need squares. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by the specified amount. All non-numeric faces will have no value. That is definitely worth 10 billion to me. Uh, 10x is 2 billion. That's worth it to me to add to our mega dice over here. Don't need to reset anything. Don't need to worry about any of that stuff, so we'll take a reroll. All numeric faces with a value less than 13 will be rolled an additional time. Does not stack. Attached multipliers stack. Multipliers attached to a die face will now stack with single face, multi-face, and adjacency multipliers. I don't think that works out for us. I'll give this a shot. I'll take 5x. I'm going to need to roll for it though, and add that to our super mega die. And if this is 230 million, one roll is now getting us 125 trillion. I hope I'm getting the scale of numbers correctly. I'm pretty sure this is going to be my highest scoring roll ever. Where we stack up on the leaderboards, who knows? Multipliers attached to a die face will now stack with single face, multi-face, and adjacency multipliers. Well, we don't have any multi-face or adjacency multipliers, so I think that one doesn't really work out for us. But then it's 16 billion on 124 billion, so I'll take the 2 free rerolls. When you roll a Yahtzee, roll all 5 dice 3 additional times. All in, all numeric values have a value of 0. That would be the worst thing we could click. I'll take another 10x. Put it, is that 93? That is. So let's put that there then. And if we find a 6 or lower, we'll add it to the one aiming to get towards 99. It says 3 additional times. Does not stack with other reroll effects. I think somebody in my comments told me that basically any die can be rerolled up to a cap of 3 times and never any more than that. But I think I'm just gonna, for the cost of how much things are right now and how much we're generating per roll, particularly when this one on the left rolls its times 93, I think it's worth not only buying them to get more rerolls, but also by buying them we remove this thing out of the pool so we're not going to see it again. Weights, lucky 7s. That's a straight reroll. All in lightweights. Plus 5x we'll take. We'll put that over here to get to 98. And I'll take 10x. Put that on here to get that one to 25. Don't need any of the rest of this. Lottery bonuses. All numeric faces with a value less than 13 will be increased by 1000%. You don't mind if I do. Plus 5x and 10x we certainly want. We're now just going to start cranking onto this one in the center. We're going to need to roll some more for it though. So that's hundreds of thousands, millions, trillions, 4 billion now. Yeah, this score is going to get large. Right, we don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want that, we don't need a lottery bonus. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 2, we have 5s. Die quantity multipliers we don't want. I'll take a 5x, add that to this. Then, does that have glue? It does, as does that one. So we've got plenty to be working on for those right now. Although it should be said, if we want to have at least one tile on each dice with glue, we should do it now while glue is cheaper. I think that's a valid point of thought. So I'll put some glue here. And next time we see some glue, we'll put it up top somewhere. Run multipliers, we can't have runs with all 5s. Lucky rerolls when a lottery is rolled. None of that either. 10x. 10x goes here. If across all weighted dice the rolls are weighted, all numeric faces, all rolled dice will be increased by 3. I don't want numerical increases. I don't care about lightweight bonuses. Yahtzee's values will be increased by 3. I don't want that. I do want plus 5x. That can go here. If across all rolled dice, none of the rolled faces are weighted, all dice results will be increased by 100%. I want that. Add half die quantity. All numeric faces have half of the quantity of dice added to their roll result. This effect occurs before bonuses and after multipliers. Rounds down. Before bonuses. Is that going to screw up my primes then? Because I want numbers to stay as primes. I'm not sure, but I don't want to risk that one. The gain seems too incremental against the possible loss. So I'm going to put some glue on this. Then reroll. Lightweights, lucky rerolls. +4, none of that, thank you. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 5 will be increased by 200%. That I do want. All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scores. So a single face multiplier is not the ones that we have, is it? All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring numeric dice. If that is the times 90 odd, we should invest in that anyway. And if it's not, then all we've lost is 1 roll's worth of rolling, which is not a big loss to me. Rerolls, rerolls. Upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the effects of doubles. We only have standard dice, so I don't care. Perfect squares, we're never going to have. Rerolls. Run multipliers, non-standard multiples. Plus 5x, we want. Plus 10x, we want. Triples bonus do not occur when we have Yahtzee bonus. Whenever you add a dice for any reason. Don't need that. Weight bonus heavy. Run mega increase. +5. Multiplier. Glue we don't need more of now, I don't think. Adjacency multipliers. Nope, we're all good. Yahtzee increases by 3. Don't want it. I don't want my Yahtzee numbers changing from 5s. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 2. Lucky rerolls. I wonder how many of these things I should just buy to get them out of the pool, but I think they're too expensive to maybe warrant doing that. I'm not sure. But while we have free rerolls, we'll keep looking for stuff. No 99s bonus. If none of your dice roll a numeric 99, increase by 200%. Yes, please. I need to roll for that. 13 trillion looks like the cost at the moment. There it is. When you roll a prime number, the die will be rolled 3 additional times. Sure. Is that 9 trillion? But that's 1 roll's worth, so I'll take a punt. This is definitely rerolls, not addition. Wild adjacencies, triples. I'll take these up here. Gonna need like 16 million to afford all that. Trillion. Millions, billions, trillions. It's all gibberish to me now. Plus 5x going here. Plus 10x going there as well. And then we'll put the 5x. We'll lose out on 1x, but it gets to 99, which is lovely. Wild adjacencies, triple bonuses, reroll, square numbers, divisible by 2, a bunch more of these is very welcome. We'll start working on this one on the right now, this guy. For a 10x, we're going to have to roll, I think. There's 40 trillion off a roll. Dizzying numbers now. That's going here. Right. Even numbers, square numbers. Do not need them. Non-standard multiples, heavy weights. 5x we want. Goes over here now. 3x we want. Anything else? I don't think so. Heavyweights, run multipliers, rerolls. No weights reroll. If across all dice, none of the rolled faces are weighted, all dice we reroll 3 additional times. Is that 252 trillion to afford that? Well, let's take the 10x. I'm still not sure if adding more and more possible rerolls to things of themselves is beneficial, or if it really does cap out at 3. Because that's 252 million. How many rolls of that would that be? 7. I'll take it just because it can't do me any harm and I get more rerolls. No 99s, roll 2 additional times, does not stack with other reroll effects. Yeah, the not stacking probably means I've been burning money, but it's fine, really. 10x, shop for that. And I have to wonder, how many more passives can I find before it just becomes a case of trying to get as many of my faces to have multipliers on them as possible. And when they have glue on them, is it going to matter? Yahtzee bonus. The value of all Yahtzees will be increased by 500%. Absolutely. I'll take the 5x first. Put that on here. Then we'll take that. So this is a considerable investment, but totally worthwhile, I think. Lightweights I don't need, resets I don't need. Divisible by 2, add half die quantity. I'm avoiding because I think it could break things because it happens before bonuses. And if it happens before a bonus, the number might not be prime, etc. anymore. So we'll refresh. All numeric faces, that's the one we're avoiding. Slot machines I don't need, plus 5x I want. These things are getting considerably more expensive now. You have to wonder at what point, maybe when we've got, I guess the top and bottom dice don't have any multipliers on them yet. Doubles does not occur with triples. Dice I don't need. Wild adjacencies. Add half die. 10x I want. So I think I'm definitely up past my highest ever score now. Because it was, what, 7 trillion, and this is 25 trillion? Hundreds, hundred thousands, millions, billions, trillions, yeah. Let's see, what else? We're running low on rerolls comparatively to where we've been in the past, but lots of shopping to be done up here. And then I think once we get these, I'm going to start to wonder how much more being spent on them is going to be worth just re-rolling through instead. Because I imagine the optimum scenario is to have one glued triple re-roll dice face on each side with a ×99 on it. I imagine that's the most efficient we could basically get with this situation. So I'm going to keep buying these. This one, this 10 will get that side to 95, which is reasonably close to the cap. If we find another 5x, we'll probably put it on there just to get it to 99. I don't want this or that. Don't want any of that. Triples and slot machines. Rerolls, wilds, glue, rerolls, lotteries. Double the highest dice. Upon purchase, your highest scoring dice will always be doubled. Effect does not apply to wilds or dice which multiply the entire roll. I think we want that. That's going to have a big impact. It's worth something like 990 trillion. But we got there pretty quick. And that's 2 more rerolls for us. Doubles increase, all in. Whenever you roll a single Yahtzee, triple or double, gain the bonus percentage. You may roll one of each type but not 2 of the same. You must have an active effect for this bonus to apply. So 2 of a kind with doubles included, reroll or bonus does not apply. 8 of a kind with Yahtzee and triple, 1 times Yahtzee and 1 times triple, bonus applies to all 8 dice. I don't understand it, but it's probably worth punting on. Yahtzee increasing by 3 we definitely don't want. Whenever you roll a single set, yeah, so this is not increasing, this is a 300% value change, not a change of numbers. And there's what? Does it go after trillions to quadrillions? Is that how it goes? Runs, rolls, perfect squares, weights, lottery failure, reroll by even numbers, run rerolls, all in, wild adjacency, +10, run multipliers, lottery bonus, +5x, that's what we want to see. So I know we'll lose out on 1x of... let's do it up here. We could get to 99, but now I'm thinking about trying to get really as high as possible on this leaderboard. This we don't want, that we don't want. Very low on rerolls now. I think we get one every 33 rolls, which is going to keep us in rerolls a little bit more efficiently. There's a 10x, we certainly want that. That's going to cost us a little less than a quadrillion. It would also be fun if it wrote out the number in words next to the number, although it would probably be incredibly long. You'd need a very small font. Doubles bonus, slot machine bonus, half quantity added, all in, half quantity added, runs, rigged, non-standard multiples, lightweight bonuses, 3x, we'll take that. We'll put that on the 95 to get that up to 98. non-standard multiples, die quantity, even numbers, doubles bonus, triples bonus, plus 3x, we want that. I think we're getting near the end of the beneficial passives we can find. And the increased multiples are getting incredibly expensive. Lightweight bonus, run rerolls, 10x, 1.2 quadrillion, I think. If I manage to get one dice up to the near 100 mark, I can't think of much else we'd be able to do after that. Right, wild adjacency bonus, run reroll 10x, we want 1.4 quadrillion. You'll see that down here we've got into the scientific notation on how much a reroll costs. That's going to be nice and complex to work with. But let's take the 10x, put that here. Then we've gained a free reroll, which we want. 3x we can certainly look to purchase. Dizzyingly high numbers now. Weights, square numbers, slot machines. Right, we're going to have to figure out where on our decreases do we get the extra free reroll. Is it going to be 33, 66, and 99? Let's go to 34. Oh, that was 33, right. Do we have one on 33? We do. Lottery failure, triples, none of that we need. So let's go down to 1,000, and then we'll see if we get 2 free rerolls for this, or whether it's just the standard one. Just the standard. But there is some stuff we want to do. Yahtzee dice value increases by 3. We don't want that. I do want the 5x and the 10x up here. And nice to be able to just buy those outright with what we've saved previously. 1,000 rolls exactly remaining. No rerolls. So let's roll down to 67 and see if we get a reroll. That's 33 rolls. Do we get a free reroll from that? We do. Don't need any of that. No, I don't want to save enough money to reroll. Let's go down to 33 then. It's probably not the exact number we get the free reroll on, but it's close enough. Non-standard multiples, triples reroll. Don't want any of that stuff. So I expect this is going to be the rest of our journey now, down to 0. Rolling 33-ish times, checking our passives. We've hit 1.255699 exponential to the 16th power. We're re-rolling, yes. Rate bonus, half increases a 10x. I want for that big multiplier up top. And we'll go down 33 more. Free reroll. Yahtzee's increased by 3, square numbers. Don't need any of that. Another 33. Well, last time I saw the leaderboards, it was about 80 or so of the top 100 were scores up in the exponential realm. So hopefully we should have a top 100 score here. I have no idea how high into the 100, but we'll see in another 800 or so rolls. As we just kind of repeat our process now. Lucky 7s, square numbers, 10x we want. goes there. Then we will come back to rolling. Roll for 67. 66 by mistake. Runs, lucky sevens, rerolls, none of that we need. And then it has to be queried, when do we stop buying the extra multipliers on that top side? Non-standard multiples, lucky rerolls, like this. 4 quadrillion. How much does this number go down when we buy this? 1484. So 0.4 when we bought that, which is quite a lot of our total, really. So I wonder if it's time to stop even consider buying more stuff and just roll down. Unless we find any incredible passives, but I think it's unlikely. That said, this is very close to 99. Perfect squares, perfect squares. That'd be if you have 4, 9, 16, 25, whereas we don't. We have 5, which is not a perfect square, of course. Die quantity, run multipliers, I'll take. Is it a 10x we need to get this one up to the height? It's at 91 now, so if we take the 10x, that gets us out of our exponential realm, which is very expensive. Alright, I think I'm going to stop buying now. Unless we see a passive that's incredibly good. Which neither of those are. I think we've done just about as much as I can for increasing our score gains on individual rolls. Yahtzee's increased numbers by 3. Numbers increased by 5. We can't even afford this, so I think I'm just going to look for big passives now. I don't think I can afford to go any smaller. And even then, I don't know what passive I would find that warrants spending so much money at this point. Increased numbers by 5, run megas, more multipliers that I've written off purchasing now. 467. Lottery failure, more multipliers. That is slot machines, non-standard doubles, more multipliers. I think we must just basically be there. We've got 16 more rerolls to check, I think. 3 per 100, 400 left. Non-standard multiples, weight bonuses. Anything else? Got to hit the reroll button first, of course, that's how that works. No weights. Values on dice are increased by 3. Obviously, don't want that right now. We would leave a lot of points on the table if we suddenly weren't Yahtzeeing on primes lower than 13. It's 300. can't even begin to fathom. Like, there's so much explanation, it's cutting off at the top of the screen on some of those. Unbelievable. Lucky sevens, die quantity, standard multipliers. Increase by 5, Yahtzees increase. That's not increased multiplier, that's increased the actual value on the dice, which we don't want. Down to 200. I wonder if we're going to get to E17. Looks like it should be manageable. Right, down to our last 100 rolls in this hour-long marathon. I never think of this as being a long game. And then I'm swiftly proven wrong. No 99s, reroll 2 more times. Way too much money to be spending. It's 1 to the 17th power. We don't even have that much right now. So I'm sure there's not going to be anything that could make me spend my net worth at this point. Buy one, get one free. Whenever you buy a shop upgrade, another cheaper upgrade has the cost reduced to 1. Where was that 30 minutes ago? Down to 33. Certainly none of that we want, so let's roll down to 1. In fact, I want to make sure. So, if you want to pause and read through what's going on with any of these particular rolls, you're very welcome to. And our last roll. Let's see how that does us for the leaderboard. Your score, 8.071824 e to the 16. G Lord UK. Submit. Our survey says we are in 57th. So even with all that, these guys still have... I think there's a lot of stuff in the E16, E17 range. Then some E18, E19, 20, and then it just gets... What Fade and Pixel are doing at the top, I have no idea. But I'm really grateful to be up here in the Exponents range. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for continuing to watch Roll and to support my videos and stuff. Hang around, we're going to try and do some more weird and wonderful stuff, see what other strategies out there work. But thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.